Good afternoon. This is Cheryl Peavy, your inner love coach, coming to you on day number 84 of Time to Live My Purpose Journey. Now, today I want to talk to you about courage. When you are walking in your purpose, when you are living the life of your dreams, it takes courage to be able to do so. And what is the definition of courage? That is the ability to do something that frightens you, no matter what it is. It's standing up, knowing that you're afraid to do it, but you do it anyway. Now, I want to share a story with you. When I lost my mother and grandmother 2 weeks apart, and I fell into a pit, I mean a big, huge pit, I just fell automatically right down, okay? And I was trying to get out of that pit myself. Well, first, I looked up and I was looking around to see who was there to help me. And I saw friends and family, and they were looking down, and they were saying, "Hey, Cheryl, is there anything I can do?" I mean, they were looking down and waving and saying, "Are you okay? What can I do for you?" And I was just like, "Help me." I had my hand outstretched, reaching up very, very high to say, "Please help me. Go through this journey with me, walk with me. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to expect. What happens when you lose two people you love?" Because that was my first time ever losing someone. And it was more than just one person, like I said, two people so close to me. It's different when you lose someone that you may not know, someone else in your family, but you haven't had that connection with them. It doesn't affect you the same way when you lose someone who is just your all in all. So I'm down in that pit. There is no ladder. There's no rocks. The walls are nothing but dirt. So I'm trying to scratch my way up to the surface to get myself out of the pit. But all I did was just cause nothing but dirt to become on my fingernails, underneath my nails. And I would fall back down. And I would just continue to try and try again to get out of that pit. But when I cried out to God and asked God to save me, God, save me from this, or if you don't have a purpose for me, just let me go. So God said to me, "I've been waiting for you to reach out to me, to ask me for your help or for my help." So God lifted me immediately out of that pit. And I said, "Okay, what's next?" And God said, "I'm going to use your experience of you losing your mother and grandmother, where my heart was ripped out of my body." Have you ever had that feeling when it feels like somebody's just ripped your heart out and there's nothing you could do? And you watch two people just slowly go before your eyes. And there's not anything that you can physically do. I mean, I was talking to my grandmother. I was talking to my mother. I said, "Fight, hang in there. Please don't go. I'm not ready for you to go. I need you. I love you. Please hang on. Please do this for me." Because like I said, hearing before is the last thing that goes. But it just wasn't enough. So when God took me out of that pit, and he says, "This is what I want you to do. This is your purpose, is to help other women who are going through life traumatic situations, so you can nurture them, support them, because you didn't have that. You didn't have what you needed to help get through this situation." And I say cope, because I'm telling you again, you never get over the loss of a loved one, to help you cope with this situation. So when God showed me, "This is what I want you to do," it takes courage to stand up and do what God has called you to do. It takes courage, because you don't know what to do. You don't know what direction to go in, or what decisions to make, or who to contact, who to connect with. All you have to have is the belief that God will show you the way to go. That takes courage, to listen to God, because a lot of times we think we know what's best. We always think we know what's best for us. And sometimes we'll turn an ear, turn away from God, don't listen. But at this time, I chose to listen because he took me out of that pit of hell, that pit of depression, that pit of anger, that pit of despair, that pit of not knowing who I was, lost, an orphan. And he took me out of that pit and he transformed me. He transformed me into who I am today. He transformed me into a woman who authentically loves herself, to show up authentic, to be transparent, to be naked and not ashamed of the things that I've been through in my life, to share with other people, other women, young girls, people who need to hear what I've gone through, to know that I know what you've been through, I know what you're going through, and I'm here to help you because I've been there and I know how to get up and how to start walking in courage. You know, the synonyms of courage, you know, bravery, daring. That's what you have to be when you're walking in your purpose. That's what you have to be in your life when you get over. And I don't want to say when you get over, when you are taken out of a deep depression or low self-esteem, when you finally, get over that obstacle and start walking, your whole life from here on out takes courage. What you do takes courage. So here I'm sitting here before you today on 84 days that I have been coming on to you, giving you marvelous, awesome content to help you walk in your purpose, live the life of your dreams, and stand up and be authentic and love you, like you. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says about you. All that matters is how you see yourself and what God says you are and who God says you are, and you recognize who you are in Him. That's all that matters. And if people fall off, they fall off. If people stay on board and support you, awesome. If not, God will bring you other people who will support you, encourage you, uplift you, motivate you, and help you continue to walk in your purpose and live the life of your dreams. It takes courage, especially now, today, with all this craziness going on. It takes courage to get up out the bed, to go to work, to go to school, to be a mom, to be a friend, a daughter, whatever you are. It takes courage to show up because this world is crazy and God is calling us to stand up, be courageous, start walking and living our life in courage, to be who we are called to be phenomenal, amazing, because we're fearfully and wonderfully made. Now, you may say I'm all over the place in this message, but I really don't think I have been all over the place. I'm trying to reach you and tell you that how important it is for you to be you, to do what God has called you to do. And even there's things that I've always wanted to do in my life that I'm no longer going to walk in fear, but I'm going to walk in courage. I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to be bold and start showing up, because there's people who need me and there's people who need you to start making a difference in this world. Now I'm going to leave you with a couple of quotes, as usual, to inspire you and get you going on this Monday. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act in the presence of fear. It takes courage to show up and become who you really are. And that's one of the things I really truly have to say. It takes courage for you to be authentic. It takes courage for me to be authentic. It took courage for me to stop being a people pleaser and to show up authentically me. So whatever is going on in your life, whatever you're afraid of, whatever you are afraid of doing, if you're afraid of showing up and being authentically you, if you're afraid of walking in your purpose, you can be rest assured that you can accomplish what you set out to do. I believe I believe there's so much courage inside of you to make a difference in this world. I believe that we all have something unique and special that we can offer and will offer to others. It's time to stand up. It's time to unite. It's time to be one. It is time to really be courageous in this crazy world and start showing up. This has been Cheryl PV for 8. Excuse me. I'm having a hard time talking today. And I'm not going to redo this video because this is being authentically me. I've got a lot of things going on in my mind about this chaos in this world and trying to figure out how I can make a difference starting with me. So I am challenging you again like I did yesterday and the day before. I'm challenging you to start walking in your purpose. Be courageous. Do everything in fear. Really be authentically you and do what you're called to do. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.